Bestie, let's be real. Layoffs can hit when you least expect it. But what if I told you that you could be prepared instead of panicked? If your job ended tomorrow, would you be ready? Would you be prepared? Well, if not, don't stress, because I got you like always. Today we're going to be talking about what you should be doing right now to secure your bag, okay? No matter what. So let's get into it. If this is your first time here, my name is Jasmine, aka Budget Treasures, and here on my channel I talk about all things finance with the emphasis on budgeting, saving money, and paying off debt. I really encourage that you subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you know anytime I upload new content, and then also if you're a returning bestie, you guys know you have my heart. I thank you so much for your support during this time. It literally means the world to me. Give this video a thumbs up. Everybody flood the heart section or the thumbs up section and give this video a like. Let's get into it. Now listen, I wish I was coming to you as someone who did everything right, especially being like a manager in the position that I had. But bestie, I did not prepare for the layoff, even though I saw the writing on the wall. However, I just knew that this couldn't happen twice. I was like, I've already been laid off once. Like, you can't tell me that this is gonna happen again. But I didn't have my resume updated. I had no list of accomplishments. I have an emergency fund, but it's not like a 3 to 6 month emergency fund. And you guys know that I have been working on it. And we always know what happens, you know what I'm saying? Things happen when we least expect it, and even when we're working towards accomplishing something always has to come and throw a wrench in the program. So let's get into the 7 things that I wish that I would have done before I was laid off, and actually before I left the job. So the first thing that I wish that I would have done is keep a success log or a win log. People call this different things, but basically and essentially what it is keeping track of the things that you have done with the job. You want to keep track of any major projects that you've worked on. You want to keep track of any maybe certificates or recognition that you have gotten. You want to also keep track of your results. This one is key. This is the one that I've had the most issue with, is making sure that you keep track of the numbers and the impact that you made with the project that you did. And this isn't just for layoffs. This is also for if you want to go for any promotions or raises and things like that. I actually have heard about this in the past before I was actually laid off, but I just didn't do it. Now that I need it, I'm having to take a trip down memory lane, and y'all know I'm 40 years old. So my memory can be a little jarred, but it has literally not been the best thing as I am now looking for a job. So I would recommend make sure that you create this log where you are keeping track of all of your wins, your certificates, recognition, any emails where people are saying, wow, you did an amazing job. Thank you for increasing engagement from 70% to now 85%. You want to be able to show those numbers. So while you are interviewing, you can speak to that. And this is something that I wish I would have done. And let me just say this, if you haven't done it and you are now in a space like I am, what my career coach has me doing is sitting and just writing down. Like, I have to literally take time and I have to write down everything that I did. And I have to go back in memory to try to remember everything. I'm also having conversations with colleagues, and I'm asking them to jar my memory as well. If they can remember any projects and things that I've worked on, because sometimes we just may forget. So get that wins journey now. So the next thing that this one I did do pretty okay in, but making sure that you are strengthening your network and your recommendations. Your network is everything. When I got laid off, I really didn't realize how important it is, but recommendations are gold. Now, I actually do have good recommendations that were offered before I left the company, but I would definitely say to stay in touch. One thing that I have done is I've kept in touch with my colleagues, my old boss. I've connected with them on LinkedIn and engaging with posts and things like that. So don't just network when you need it, because that's kind of how I feel right now, that I'm finally starting to hop on LinkedIn, but I wish that I would have done it beforehand. The next one, and this is a pretty big one, making sure that your resume and LinkedIn is updated. I wish that I would have updated my resume and my LinkedIn before I was laid off. Because I've had to rewrite my resume when I lost my job and I didn't have that success journal, it has been really stressful to try to remember everything that I've done and put it into a resume that is marketable and that makes sense. It is important that you just really always keep that resume updated. That was something, like I said, I didn't do. I wish I would have done it. It would have been easier for me to just start putting in applications right away. So before you get laid off, if you're currently at your job, or, even if you don't see the writing on the wall, I would keep my resume updated. So we talked about LinkedIn a little bit, but make sure that you keep your LinkedIn updated, okay? LinkedIn, which I've heard a lot about, it's almost like your Instagram or your YouTube if you have either, but for the professional world. I created a LinkedIn like back in 2010, and I never went back to it. Like, the picture that I had on there was so old. My resume was for a job that I had back in 2007. But it's very important that you are actively on LinkedIn, and I'm learning this now. And that I manage my LinkedIn just like I am managing my Instagram. There's also a science to LinkedIn and knowing how to use it. And so if you're interested in any LinkedIn best practices, give this video a thumbs up, and I will be sure to record everything that I'm learning as it relates to LinkedIn, how to search properly, how to manage it so that you kind of stand out more than the competitor. There's also other job sites that you can look on for jobs as well that I didn't know. I mean, think about it, guys. I haven't been in not think about it like but I haven't been in the job market for probably like this job was 10 years. The job before that was 7 years. And it was really quick for me to get the job I just left. So really like the last, I say maybe 10 to 15 years it's been since I've needed to look for a job. And the reality is technology has improved tremendously. So get on that LinkedIn. Make sure you're networking and keeping track of all the great things that you're doing at your job. Number 5, I think we're at number 5. Make sure that you have an emergency fund. You guys probably knew I was going to say this. You know that I have been working to build my emergency fund, but right in the middle of the process, I get laid off. And it's like, here we go again. Not having a full emergency fund leaves a bit of stress, but it is helpful that I do have something saved. This is why I always preach, and I will continue to preach. When you're on a debt-free journey, to still save money at the same time. Because had I took all that money that I have saved now and paid off debt, I would have no money right now to help me to live from month to month. So it is uber important to make sure that you are still saving your money, even if you're paying off debt. Save something, save as much as you can, because you just never know when you may need that liquid money. That was one of the best things that I did, was continue to save. So number 5, make sure that you are saving towards your emergency fund. Next, I would say is to know your benefits and your severance package. Like, if you are actually laid off, it is important that you understand your severance package. You understand how much money you're going to be getting. You understand the whole process. I kind of, like, I knew what I was getting, but I know you guys have heard me say sometimes, like, I don't know if I'm going to get paid this week, or I don't know if, when my last paycheck is going to be. So I would definitely suggest that you know what the severance package is, if you will be getting one, and then also make sure that you are applying for unemployment as soon as you get laid off. And the last thing that I'll say I wish I would have done before being laid off is continuing learning and upskilling. I believe that it is important to continue brushing up on your resume, to continue practicing with interviewing, and not just getting stuck in one job or one position, making sure that you are brushing up on your skills, not knowing that you have skills that are transferable to other positions can be a detriment to your job search. And that is something that I have learned, and it has broadened my search now that I know that all of the skills that I possess, or all the skills that I have, they can be used in multiple different types of positions. So keep learning. I wish that I would have done that. I wish that I would have continued interviewing and just staying current with the job market and where it's going. Keep brushing up on skills, going to school and different things like that, because it will help you in the event that you get laid off, because you just never know. One of the people who were laid off with me, he had been with the company for over 25 years. So just think about how he feels now that he needs to go back into the job market. It's been 25 years since he has gone anywhere else or done anything. And I can imagine just how difficult it is even for him. So I just want to leave you with, some of the top things: making sure you're keeping your resume updated, making sure that you're keeping that LinkedIn updated, making sure that you are keeping a log of all of your wins and everything that you're doing for the company that you are with. So in the event that you are laid off, you quit, you go to another job or what have you, or you're just looking for a promotion, or even a raise, you have everything right there, and you can really speak to it eloquently because you have been keeping track, and you're going back and you're reviewing it, and you're looking at it as time progresses. So I hope that this video has been uber helpful to you. If it has, make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up and leave down in the comments if I've left off anything. Put it down in the comments so that we can continue to learn in the craziest seasons that arise. And I will see you besties in the next video. Go be great. Peace out.
You're special and she reckless. Remember, you're my bestest friend. Yeah, she my bestie. My love for you is endless. Nobody else can end it. And when I get the money back, then baby girl, you can spend it. And everything is alright. I like how you doing.